Hey, it's your girl, your favorite paralegal, aka Cassandra Lynn, and welcome to Legal Doc Talk 24/7. How you guys doing today? If you have not caught my earlier live, I actually went to the Frank Crowley Courts building that holds the county and district criminal courts. Ms. Jaguar Wright had a hearing today. It was initially scheduled for October 1st, and it was for an MTW. You guys will see that on the docket, as I explained yesterday, and I advised that's a motion to withdraw. Um, for the defendant didn't appear on on the first, so they reset the hearing and stated that the defendant must appear on the third. And today is the third. I went to court. Court's supposed to start at 9, but the presiding judge was not there. There was a sitting judge that actually runs another court, and he had to do 3 courts all morning since 9. So he was a little bit ticked off. Um, but he got things done. Uh, so I sat there for 3 hours, and finally, around 11ish, the Jag's attorney, and this attorney is from the Cochran law firm. If you're not familiar with that law firm, if y'all remember Johnny Cochran, the famous lawyer who got OJ off. So he has offices here in Texas, in California, and elsewhere throughout the country. So they are a good criminal defense law firm. So she had a good attorney, but the attorney walked in, and he was like, "Miss Jaguar, right?" I was like, "No." Well, he didn't say. He said Jacqueline, right? I was like, "No." So I don't know. I was like, obviously he's never seen her, which is wild. If you retained this lawyer, you would think that you would have scheduled some type of meeting, and I'm pretty sure that they reached out, because normally that is what happens. And if you're on bond, obviously the bonds bellsman is supposed to be checking up on you and making sure that you attend your hearings as well. So I don't know what Jag was doing. So we sat there for a little bit, and then the judge finally called him up, and he said, "What do you have?" The attorney was like, "I have a motion to withdraw, but the defendant is not here." The judge was like, "Okay." The attorney gave the judge the papers. The judge signed off on it, and that was it. It does take a while for Dallas County to update the record, so I wanted to make sure, or not the records, but the docket. So I wanted to do an update once everything has been posted on the docket, and it has. So here, and I'll swap screens so you guys can have a little bit. Okay, so here are the 2 felony cases. It says inactive because the order for the motion to withdraw was granted. So as of now, she does not have a lawyer for either case. And I'll go over what the cases are in just a second. Um, So here it is, Dimitri Duby. He is the one that was the attorney. So actually, both of these attorneys were retained on her from, once again, the Cochran law firm, and now they're inactive because the motion has been granted. This particular case is for the U-Haul truck that was stolen. And I am going to scroll down to the last entry, which is the docket sheet. And is it going to do it? Want to make sure. Yeah. All right. So if y'all can see here. Oh, don't mess up on me. All right. So we have the motion to withdraw. That was what was heard, and the judge said it is granted. Then it says bond. Oh, I don't know if y'all can see how that. It then says bond held insufficient, warrant to issue. So pretty much what's about to happen is she's going to have a warrant out for arrest on this case, as well as the other case. And that is an older case. That case is where she threatened a police officer in DeSoto, Texas. And so that those attorneys were actually um they were going to, and I when I say the Cochran law firm does their thing, they do their thing. So for you to lose them, it's wild. Now I work for a criminal law attorney. There are some pretty darn good solo practitioner attorneys out here that do a very good job. But if you don't think that these attorneys talk, they talk to each other. Okay. So I'm pretty sure word is going to spread around about Jag. It's very, very unfortunate. But that's the charge, which is a third degree felony. Um, and then same thing. Now I'm trying to see. This is what I wanted to point out, but I'm gonna go here. So they had an announcement, and this is when she ended up getting her attorney. So June, that's when it was. It was June 10th. That's the attorney's letter of representation. So uh that's when they were retained. And what is it? October. So a good 4 months. And they probably was unable to do anything because she was not able, she didn't, do what she was supposed to do as far as checking in with them and meeting them and talk about the case. What's very unfortunate. I do want to, if you're not familiar with, my other videos, back on June 13th, 2020, they had a hearing for her competency evaluation results. So the judge stated she ordered a, you know what? I could just go on here. Uh nope, nope, nope. It's not gonna let me do it. Let me pull up the PDF. Where's it at? I'm gonna pull this up right quick. So the judge ordered, and I want to read this right here. It says, well, I'm just going to read the whole thing. Order for examination regarding competency mental illness. On this day, the court considered the issue of competency of the defendant to stand trial in this case, in this cause, and the court being of the opinion that the defendant should be examined as provided in Chapter 46B of the Code of Criminal Procedure. It is therefore ordered that Dr. Pittman shall examine the defendant, Jaguar Wright, to determine if defendant is competent to stand trial and or if the defendant is a person with mental illness in accordance with Chapter 46B of the Code of Criminal Procedure. It is therefore ordered that said doctor shall have access to and copies of any and all psychiatric and medical records in possession of the jail or Parkland Health and hospital system Dallas County Jail Health with respect to this defendant, including any records of this defendant related to any other bookend number, cause number, or offense, or any records maintained under the above listed name or any aliases names of this defendant. Copies of records may be provided in electronic form. All right. And so I got to go back to sharing my screen. So, what the judge ended up doing is, I'm assuming that I can't say that all the judges, especially this particular judge, just, goes and stalks, Jaguar Wright. So she really doesn't know her like we do. But it had to be something that they have seen for her to say, okay, we need to get her examined for a psych eval. Yeah, because this is my first time seeing it in a criminal case that, I'm close to. And so the doctor actually ended up providing that. Let's see, that was the order fam. So he did his evaluation. He submitted the report on the 22nd of June. What it is, we will never know. I have tried to find that evaluation, and where I thought I could find it at, I didn't. So I'm gonna do a little bit of more research to see, excuse me, where I can actually find it. But as of now, her bond is insufficient. Uh, A warrant is going to go out for her arrest. I just don't understand as to what Jag is doing at this point. I don't know what she is chasing. Um, for me, I don't even know really what to say. I'm on the fence about some of the things that she does say and the things that she does put out. I do question some of the things because, if I am a witness to anything that is horrific that we have heard and seen from, Diddy, I'm going straight to the police. Okay. You could be anonymous. Okay, we done seen it in movies. You can, if you have tapes, I'll box, put them in a box and, go drop them off at the mail, USPS or FedEx or whoever. Don't put a name on it and send it to the police department. There's a number of things that you could have done to been anonymous, if you didn't want anything to be tracked back to you. But it is just, some things is like, okay, you should have just came forth, and all this probably would have been prevented years ago, or he would have got caught years ago. And I know I've always said it is bigger than Diddy. The previous videos that I have done, um, you know, Epstein and Donald Trump, they were having parties, in Manhattan and stuff like that, where underage girls was, and the pleading that I read, it's just disgusting. So I know that it's bigger than Diddy, but I don't care who it is. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. If you are doing these things, you need to go to jail. Black, white, Asian, purple, blue, green. If you're doing these acts, you need to go to jail. If you are sending your underage kids to these parties, you need to go to jail. That is something that when I was reading the Trump and Epstein lawsuit, these girls are 13, 14, and they're trying to get modeling jobs, or a modeling agency, and they're going to these parties where there's grown people. There are grown people there. They're being recruited by people. This girl happened to walk into a store, and the lady that was working for Epstein, not Grisel, whatever, that Maxwell, not her, it was another agent, a younger person, that said, "Hey, I could get you into the modeling. You could show up at this party." And then, everybody who has knowledge, everybody who has witnessed and failed to do anything, they need to go to jail. In Miss Jacqueline Wright's case, I pray that she gets the help. Um, it's very unfortunate what is going on. Like I said, she had the best of the best. I would say, I don't want to say the best, but they are the best criminal defense firm, and you just got dropped by them. So what is next? Now you have a warrant out for your arrest. You have to take care of your legal obligations, because what good are you if you do make it back into the mainstream? Now you got warrants out. And that charge where you threatened a police officer, that that's not a minor charge. They're going to find you. If they see that you're booked on, Jimmy Fallon show, I'm pretty sure they're going to show up and come get you. If they don't come get you, I don't know. But you guys, tell me what you think about this. Some people are saying Jag's a liar, Jag's delusional. Then there's some people that's rooting her on. At the end of the day, I want her to show up for herself in these criminal proceedings and get these taken care of. I cannot stress that enough. Anyways, tell me what you think about this video in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until then, be blessed, and I'm out. Peace out.